What's up, family? It's the manhood mentor, Jabar Lance Brown, the 6-foot giant reporting for duty. Yes, sir. Huh? Hello. And today's lesson is time to lead, right? So check this out. Now is that time, though. So if you're thinking about another time, it's not another time. The only time you got is the time right now. And right now is that time to lead and to be a leader, right? It doesn't matter your age or how much money you have, or who you're connected to. If you are a male and a part of this fraternity called men, it's always your time to lead, and it's always the time to be a leader, right? You got to spend every waking moment exercising this ability of leadership. Dig this. I've been leading and exercising the power of leadership for some time now. And one example that comes to my mind when I think about leadership, when I was about 18 or 19 years old and I was still involved in the illegal activities of the street life, right? And even though I was on the other side of the law at that time, I still had the wherewithal to position myself for a way out of the trap. It's kind of like that old school classic player story, right? The original movie, The Superfly, right? Where the character Ron O'Neal, he was called Priest, had achieved some degree of success in the dope game. But he knew that it was only a matter of time before his success would run out. So what Priest did is he had a vision for one more play, right? One more score to set himself up to leave the illegal life, take all of the money, and go legit. Now, at 19, my story wasn't as extravagant as Priest, but I still knew I needed a way out, right? So I needed to go legit, and I wanted to show the fellas who I was running with that we all could be more than just neighborhood trap stars. So I did what any leader would do, right? I'm the one who had the vision, so I'm the one that took the action first, and I jumped out there and got a job, right? Now, I knew I wanted to earn their respect, right, in the process of me having a job, and ultimately influence some of my peers to maybe leave the streets alone as well. So I couldn't just take any old job. That wouldn't have been big enough to earn their respect. So what I do, I went into the local union 26 for electricians, right? It was a respectable enough position within our society to get their attention. Cool. Now, in the process, I had become a tradesman right in front of the eyes of my peers, right? What being a tradesman meant to me and to them, it meant having skills, and having skills meant accumulating credentials, and accumulating credentials meant one day leveraging those same credentials back into entrepreneurship, where we already were. Only this time, we'd be legit now. You see, legitimate entrepreneurship was the goal. This way, I could still be a boss at some point and keep my freedom. And I know being a boss is a motivating factor for most street guys. Now, believe it or not, when I started my job, it actually became a good cover for my hand-to-hand operation, right? This is the example. My clientele that I had grew even more fond of me because I was becoming scarce to them, right? My work schedule had provided an alternative to me being on the scene so much. So now, when the police did come through as much, I wasn't there, okay? And when the clientele had access to me for that short window of time, they spent more money all in that same exchange. So me working a job actually worked in more ways than one, right? It kept me ahead of the curve in a number of different ways, and it earned me more respect from my clientele and more respect from my peers alike, because now I was elevating to a new plateau that was uncommon to them. A better example is like, say for if it's you and your friends, right? And you guys are on the basketball team going over a layup line or running layup drills, right? And when your turn for a layup comes, you do like a sweet up and under layup, something that they've never seen before, right? It's eye-catching to say the least. And it's a flash of your greatness, right? A sign of what's capable if you put your mind to something. Now, back to my partners in the street game. Most of them were older than me, and a few of them had my admiration at the time of this story. So when they began asking for my advice on how to switch up the hustle and go legit, I was honored, right? I was honored to share the game and give my lessons and rules to what was working for me. It was my pleasure, and I happily obliged, right? I even went so far as to put in a word with my foreman at the time of the company I was working with and got a few friends a job with me. It was a very proud moment, right? You can only imagine looking over and seeing one of your partners who's been a career hustler next to you. He's up on the ladder doing electrical work, right? Or another homie from your peer group who's known for putting in work. Now he's on an electrical job with you going legit. I mean, not to mention there were other guys in the neighborhood at the time also who had become inspired to give the legit lifestyle a shot and become electricians. All because of the leadership displayed by one man, right? So as a man and as that man, now my question is this for you. Who are you leading? Huh? Hello? Who are you leading, right? You got to ask yourself this. And starting today, I want you to take an inventory of what portion of your time is being used to lead others. And how much of your time are you using to set an example of leadership for other people also? As men, we are put here to lead. And this goes for any age group of men. Leading has nothing to do with an age restriction. Do you know why you're never too young to lead by an example? The reason why is because leadership is not measured by age. Leadership in men is measured by action and manly activity. Huh? Hello? I'm saying something worth saying right now. Leadership in men is not measured by age. It's measured by your actions and manly activity. I want you guys to start thinking like the leader of people and not just yourself. Look, take the notepad app on your phone or an actual notepad if you're still in the technology dark ages, right? I'm just teasing, man. Look, write down some ways that you could use more of your time to lead other people. If it's at work and you get there a bit earlier than the other guys, start the coffee pot or make sure the printer has paper. If it's at school, ask the instructor how things can flow more smoothly within the semester and you be the one to have that conversation with your peer group. Or if it's at home, ask your mom, your wife, or your kids how your house could be better maintained. And then you as the man, you be the one to start scheduling these little changes throughout the week that'll make things better around the home. Look, guys, we got to stop daydreaming about this mythical day when everything will get better and realize that the Almighty, right, the man up above has created us as men. He sent us as men to be the ones to make things better. You understand? Can you imagine if every man did this? Instead of constantly thinking that they're not qualified, but if every man took the time to lead over someone or something. Let me tell you what'll happen. We will see less anxiety in our women, either your mom, your wife, or your daughter. We'd see less depression in our children. And we see a more positive attitude in society as a whole because now more men have become heroes for other people by assuming the role of leading other people. You understand? Look, regardless of what you've been told, right? We are not all created equal. Let me explain what this means. Okay? As men individually, we are all created equal in position. So the position of a man and the responsibilities of a man, we all have that same level of responsibility within the position of a man. But we are not created equal in ability, gift, or talent. Okay? Now, this is the standard across the board for every man. He who develops in his position as a leader, as a man, will be respected, and the world will accept his requests. You understand? Every man wants respect, and you get it by using the time that you have to lead, not only yourself, but to lead other people. Or you display leadership that affects other people in a way that can create admiration. Make the decision now that you will reclaim your wasted time and start winning in life. Make the choice to become a hero for someone and over something. It's your time to shine, and you are in total control over how much you shine, how bright you shine, and you're in total control over how many people see you shine. Let's start shining.